What up, Famski? This is your friendly neighborhood resident Portuguese thick boy from New Bedford, Massachusetts, Mr. Eric Lima over here, telling you are watching another video episode from my secondary YouTube channel vlogging, which I present to all of you. My sentimental thoughts come from my heart and my soul, and my mental oddball shenanigans come from the mind and brain. This is EML77 TV, episode 943. What's going on, everybody? As promised, I decided to give you my picks and predictions for tomorrow night's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That's right, it's on the WWE Network, so check it out. If you have the network, I'll tell you one thing, the Hell in a Cell is going to be crazy. I thought something fell right over or something on this Amazon card. Anyways, I'll tell you one thing right now, it's going to be a heck of a card. 5 matches are on the card so far. We don't know if there's any more matches. I don't know if any kickoff matches will happen. We will find out, because I know the United States title has yet to be defended, as well as the Intercontinental title, the Smackdown Tag Team Championship, and the Raw Tag Team Championships have not been defended yet on there. So far, and the Raw Women's Championship, Asuka's not had a challenger yet. So, and the Women's Tag Team Championship. So right now, only 3 championships are on the line, and a title contract for the Money in the Bank, that's on the line too. So these are the matches so far that is going to be on the card so far. The title matches will be taking place inside Hell in a Cell. The WWE Championship will be on the line. Drew McIntyre to defend against Randy Orton. The Universal title will also be on the line in the Hell in a Cell in an I Quit match. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. The SmackDown Women's Championship will be on the line in the Hell in a Cell as Bayley defends against the Boss, Sasha Banks. Money in the Bank briefcase on the line. Otis defends against The Miz. And Jeff Hardy goes one-on-one with Elias. Battle of great musicians, that's for sure. And let's talk about this in the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. So I'm going to get everything ready. Whoopsie daisy. Let me put that down for a minute. Here we go. And let's go here, because I write right-handed here. Okay, McIntyre versus Orton. This is a tough one, because I think both men are going to go at it. Well, it all depends. If Orton wins it, I expect somebody like Strowman or Keith Lee to gun after Orton for the title. That'll be something to, because those two monsters are going to be going at it with the new draft and all. So, yeah, I'm going to see if McIntyre can retain. So I'm going to pick McIntyre to retain. I'm sick of Orton being a crybaby. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso in an I Quit match. I think Roman Reigns, and the rumor going around that Roman Reigns and the Usos will form a heel stable. And I think we need a heel team besides Rude and Ziggler, and I think the Usos, who could play that part good, I think that's what's going to happen here. And have the Bloodline, and possibly the only command that they're going to have for the Usos. The Usos versus Street Profits will be a heck of a tag team matchup. I think the Usos with a New Day, excellent rivalry, but I think also, with Roman Reigns retaining the title, they will give Big E a chance to step up and try to challenge Reigns for the championship. And who knows? Big E and the Street Profits could form a new version of the New Day. I don't know. So many possibilities if Reigns retains the title and the Usos join up with Roman Reigns. And then you got Edge Valentine as Sasha Banks becomes SmackDown Women's Champion, completing the set for the Grand Slam. Because Sasha Banks, Bayley had a great reign of the championship for over a year plus. I think it's about time that Sasha Banks holds that championship and becomes the fighting champion. And another representative of Boston. Boston needs an athlete from there, or a team from them to get a championship, and I think Sasha Banks could be Boston's only hope. Boss Town, as I like to call it. And believe me, Sasha Banks, it's her time. She's going to be the champion. Bayley, ding dong, hello, you're going to lose that championship. Even though I like Bayley's shirt, ding dong, hello, I may want to get that. Otis versus Miz. Now, with Morrison in Miz's corner, I don't know if Tucker is going to be in the corner. I think Miz is going to win it. That's another thing, too. I see. Even though I like Otis, I hope Otis retains, but Miz with Morrison in his corner may end up winning it and bring the briefcase over to Monday Night Raw. And I dare the Miz to try to cash it in on Drew McIntyre. He goes, Miz will cash it in, and he'll be running his mouth, and all of a sudden, boom, Claymore to the face. Gotta love it. So I think, and the final prediction pick, Jeff Hardy versus Elias. I'm picking Hardy over Elias. But I think what's going to happen, the real culprit's going to show up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Sheamus. And I know there's another reason why I think McIntyre should retain the title. McIntyre, Sheamus for the championship. I want to see that matchup. That's something that another thing to look into. And believe me, Orton versus Sheamus. I don't think did Orton and Sheamus ever lock up before. I don't think they have. Well, if they did, But, Orton and Sheamus, that'll be a heck of a matchup, indeed. And let's see, or it could be Sheamus versus Keith Lee, or Braun Strowman versus Sheamus. Those two, I don't think they ever locked up before. But I'll tell you one thing, the title picture can get really crowded. And don't forget The Fiend. He could be involved in it. Man, Randy Orton and The Fiend, they were tag team champions at one point, part of the Wyatt family. Could Randy Orton and The Fiend could go at it again? The Fiend wants revenge. Remember, this is a very, very interesting situation. The title picture on Raw could be very, very, very interesting. Like Roman Reigns and the Usos, and that could be, versus Roman Reigns, the Usos could turn heel and say, hey, we just line ourselves with Roman Reigns. He's family. The bloodline is going to be reunited, and believe me, they're going to be a very, very dangerous trio. That's what I'm predicting when Roman Reigns retains the title. Sasha Banks, she wants to face the competition. I think the next feud that Sasha Banks should have is with Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair is a fast rising star. She's the EST of the WWE. I also personally believe that that'll be a heck of a matchup for sure. And, but if Otis does cash in that Money in the Bank, I'd be shocked if he cashed in on Roman Reigns. But if he retains it, but if Miz wins, I can see Miz trying to cash in on Drew McIntyre, just get his head clean knocked off with the freaking Claymore. Or it could be that John Morrison could have selfish reasons for that briefcase. You never know for sure. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. And like I said, Hardy and Elias, the real culprit's going to stand up and find out who ran over Elias. And Jeff Hardy did shred a mean guitar this past Monday night on Raw. So that's something to look into here. So, battle of great musicians, because Elias can play the guitar pretty good too, man. It's something, and I do believe his album's going to drop this Monday night on Raw, so that's going to be something to behold. I want to talk about AEW. I don't talk about AEW that much. I got to start watching it again. I felt like it's stuff to do when NXT's been on kind of a hot streak with the women's division there. And I think the women's division in NXT is a lot better than the women's division in AEW. Because not a lot of ladies are stepping up against Hikaru Shida, but I'm sure Nyla Rose will probably step up as well. A segment between Maxwell Jacob Freeman and Chris Jericho. Now, a lot of people were shocked that MJF can sing. Here's a little history lesson for you guys. MJF has been part of a choir team in college, I believe, and he knows how to sing. And he's a very talented young man. He was a singing. He sang back in the day. He appeared on the Rosie O'Donnell show when he was a kid. Young man is a talented person in the ring and also on the mic, and not only that. I could easily say, "Oh, you're sucking up to MJF." I don't care if he disses me or what, makes jokes about me or what. It doesn't bother me one iota. Why? Because I know that MJF's got the old school way of being a villain, a wrestling villain, and he's done a great job. And he's very, very talented, And that musical collaboration with Chris Jericho shows how talented those two gentlemen are. I would not be surprised if those two align themselves in the future. And believe me, I think that will be the case. Jon Moxley, holding his own as AEW champion, he's still got Lance Hoyt down. Having Lance Hoyt being mentored by Jake the Snake Roberts is a huge thing, And that's what's the cool thing about some of the wrestlers in AEW is that they have a veteran legend as their manager mentor type deal. You got Sean Spears being influenced by Tully Blanchard as well as FTR, so that's huge. Cody being mentored by Arn Anderson, and you got Nyla Rose being mentored by Vicky Guerrero, and then you got Lance Archer, not Lance Hoyt, Lance Archer being mentored by Jake the Snake Roberts. So that's something to think about, and it makes things very interesting as the as the year goes on for AEW, and AEW makes things more interesting as we go along. Like NXT's got a great cruiserweight division also, and it'll be very interesting with. I don't know. I'm hoping they lift the travel restriction. That way, George Devlin can come to NXT and challenge Santos Escobar to a unification match of the Cruiserweight Championship. That will be something I would like to see. The women's division in NXT is hot right now. You got Io Shirai is top of the champion. She's defending her title against Candice LeRae this Wednesday night on Halloween Havoc. You got Shotzi Blackheart. You got, right now Tegan Nox is injured, but when she comes back, she'll be in the thick of things. Dakota Kai, Raquel Gonzalez. You know what I'm thinking, too? That Tegan Nox, I think the reason why Io Shirai will retain, I don't know how long Tegan Nox is out for, but if she's recovering or making a storyline injury, I think she'll come back, cost Candice LeRae the championship. And I would not be surprised if Io Shirai and Tegan Nox team up against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. I think the reason why Io Shirai is going to retain the title this Wednesday night, because Indy Hartwell may try to interfere and help Candice LeRae, Tegan Nox will even the score because of what happened. So Tegan Nox may have a score to settle there. We don't know how long she's going to be out with that ACL, so it'll be something to look into as we go along. We know also Halloween Havoc. We don't know, the new tag team champions, Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. With Pat McAfee, I was kind of shocked. Now, I didn't see, Burch and Lorcan being heels. I didn't see that coming, to be honest with you. But them joining up with Pat McAfee, and I think I would not be surprised. Now, I think they're pushing War Games back to like sometime February next year or something like that. I forget. But as you can tell, if they do put War Games, if the War Games do happen before Survivor Series, I wouldn't be surprised if Ridge Holland comes back from his injury and joins up with Lorcan and Burch and McAfee against the Undisputed Era. It is going. I can imagine how freaking angry Adam Cole is. I mean, I can just. Pat McAfee, man, you done your own grave. Now, my thoughts, it's like Sasha Banks Bayley matchup. Sasha Banks got this. Bayley's been running her mouth one too many times, ducking everybody. And another idiot has been ducking challengers is Sami Zayn. Oh, I can do whatever I want. I'm the Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, but you're going to defend that. That's why, I think Sami Zayn, once again, looking like a Junior Healy from Problem Child, growing up, worked out, and looked like Santa Claus on the keto diet. Sami Zayn, I'm sick of him running his mouth. It's about time somebody shuts him up. I hope Daniel Bryan's the guy to shut him up. But then again, let's let the young talent step up to the plate. I can see Chad Gable. I got to applaud Chad Gable. Sick and tired of being Shorty G. Being the short guy. Listen, you can blame King Corbin. Here's an idea. King Corbin started this crap with you and calling you short. Why don't you go to King Corbin, knock his freaking lights out? That clown with the star screen crown deserves to get knocked out. And if I were you, Chad Gable, I would go to King Corbin and say, this is your fault. I'm knocking you out. You'll be the first person to knock out. That's what I like to see. If I was managing Chad Gable, I said, listen, I would tell Chad Gable, listen, King Corbin started all this. He started calling you short, and you trying to embrace it. But then I dare you to go up to his face, grab his scepter, and knock him out with it. Boom! Like a tire iron, man. That's what I want to see. Chad Gable knocking out King Corbin. That's it. Corbin started it. Chad Gable is going to end it. The American Alpha, Chad Gable, is going to end it, baby. That's the way I look at it. Oh, that made me feel real good. Alrighty then. That's all the time we have. As you know, Hell in a Cell is tomorrow. WWE Network. Check it out. They're going to have a watch along and everything else. So we will see what happens. And the bump as well. All right. We'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful. I see you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you episode 944. Peace.